ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my coupe. Only winning is exception on my coupe. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. And I hit that.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Games out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll find the rookie from Oklahoma, C.D. Lamb. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
C.D. Lamb was my favorite receiver in this year's draft, and it's still hard for me to believe that he lasted till the 17th pick of the first round. No one took him before that, and Dallas, surprisingly, finds him available, takes him, and you see why. Great hands, great route running. This guy is Mr. Excitement.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. It's caught by Treadwell. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On first down, Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
In pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 7. Cowboys.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Greg Zuerlein to kick.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
An 8-yard pickup.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll crossover out of bounds right at the 25.
Calvin Ridley.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms, and this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers, but that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there, and not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, first down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Gain. Brings up
now it's 2nd and 9.
At the 12-yard line.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Falcons 7, Cowboys 6.
Play action. It's Ryan. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
For Julio Jones.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys did not play offense.
And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 7 yards the pick up there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin, 67 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
At their own 25-yard line.
About all set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. CD, you remember John Elway?
Oh, boy. How could I forget John Elway and how many NFL defenses? So glad he's no longer throwing the ball around.
Well, Elway threw for 51,475 yards, and we just saw him go past that number for career passing yards.
That means his career now as memorable as John Elway's, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment.
Man, what an accomplishment it is. Congratulations. And he's still doing it. Still doing it at a high level. From the 39, Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Ryan, 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
To Todd Gurley.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley, and we all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And the Falcons 1st down.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
It's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Julio Jones, incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like it.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the...
Now a hit and a loose football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This
I put a star. I put a star. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller, because...
And he will go down, a Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, Ryan looking deep for Julio. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 89 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
McKinley on the stop.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5 at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
10th carry now for Elliott. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. First 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Amari Cooper.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
Prescott now. And this one incomplete.
Prescott.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Good for a
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Breaks their line.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Ryan on first down. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. A gain of 3, second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down, 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. He completes it to Treadwell. That catch good for only a couple.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the row. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go to Elliott again. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And unable unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and 8.
Hey, 47. 45 to the mark. Let's go one more. 45.
Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie A.J. Terrell. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
First and 10 at the 39.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window. Everything is flipped in the other direction.
Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but it'll be second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 9. First down, Atlanta. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
On the carry.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now a draw play for Gurley. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the keeper, here's Ryan. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Prescott to throw this time. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Another carry now for Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. 16 yards, a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First throw in overtime now for Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
3-yard line. A gain of 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 11 yards there. First down.
Oh, that's a nice run right there. Able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
21-yard line.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 21-yard line.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. This to win it in overtime. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught by Treadwell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On first down, it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Ryan to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost.
And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in